Hey guys, it's me, Tiffany Parker. Welcome in, welcome in. I am the owner of the Livable Forest, Houston's #1 social media network. And today I am going to just give you a briefing on what to expect over the next couple of weeks from me as far as video content. Our event season is coming up. It is March. We start really rolling right after July. Right after 4th of July, the bookings start coming in. Granted, people have already started booking markets for this year. Last year, this is what it's been for the last 7 years. I've been doing this going on 9 years now, and I could tell you we host some of the best markets ever. A lot of the community loves it. The vendors love it. So I want to go ahead and prepare you guys for the event season with the Livable Forest. Okay. So I have a list of topics that I will be dropping videos on. I feel like it's very important for event producers to coach their vendors and the community on how to attend their markets. Not that it's anything crazy or wild. This is really for event producers and their vendors, but the community could really use this information too, because just because you attend a market doesn't mean you never will participate in one. So let's get started. Oh, by the way, you go to thelivableforest.com, click vendor information, and it'll tell you everything you need to know about our markets and what's coming up. So we're going to talk about how to prepare for a vendor market. A lot of people do not know how to prepare. I get 1,000,001 questions, even though I have a whole slew of information on my vendor information page. I always feel like it's necessary to always do a video and to really coach vendors on how to show up to market. There is an entire program that I've been working on for the last 8 years. I've released bits and pieces of it, but I've evolved. I've learned a lot since I created it. So I have been in the process of updating it. It's called the Building Blocks of Vending, and it's very important for vendors and event producers. Once it's done and launched, to take that. It's going to be you buy it and you could keep it. It's not one of those reoccurring things, but it's basically a guide, an ebook, a guide, whatever you want to call it, and it's going to really dive deep on each position as far as like what a vendor does, what an event producer does, and all the in-betweens and nitty-gritty. We're going to talk about how to spot a scam. I still to this day do not understand how people are getting scammed left and right. I can look at an event and be like, this is a scam. I can see BS walking. But there are a lot of people who cannot. So I will go ahead and help you dissect a vendor market that is a scam. I'm going to tell you what to look for, anytime you see certain things, your alarms need to be blaring, okay? You need to be blaring. How to verify an event producer. I'm going to tell you how to verify an event producer, what they should be doing, how they should be doing it. If, checking A, B, C, and D, there's a list. There is a list that I feel that if this person is legitimate, then it should be checking all the boxes. But let me tell you, there are a lot of people who are just now starting in this, so they probably don't have all the boxes. So there is a disclaimer. However, there are a lot of people who what I call fly-by-nights, money grabbers, where they'll host a market randomly, get a whole bunch of people coming in just to take the money and it be in some weird, obscure location or whatever. We're going to talk about all of that because I care about my vendors. I care about this industry, and I want this industry to be successful. This is the slither of events, and under the event umbrella: weddings, quinceañeras, all the events you could think of, vendor markets, craft fairs, trade shows, pop-up shops. This little section of event planning, of events, I love this section, and I feel like it's undervalued, and I feel like people get scammed the most in it because there's no structure, there's no standard, but I'm here to set the standard. Okay. We're going to talk about when you should start doing markets. Just because your girlfriend is doing markets doesn't mean you need to be doing markets. No, I'm going to tell you when you should, like when you get into what point in your business you should start doing vendor markets, because vendor markets is an investment and it could be more of a liability than anything. Can it be an asset? Can it help you make money? Yes. But I always tell vendors, look at it more for marketing purposes than making another stream of revenue, because we'll get into why. We'll get into why. Okay. You can make a lot of money at vendor markets, but there's reality versus expectations. Okay. What to look for when doing markets, because you need, before, when you're doing markets, there's certain things according to the type of business that you have that you need to look for to make sure it's a good fit for you, because people are just signing up for crap just because a girlfriend's signing up for it. Don't do that. What is expected of vendors? Yes, vendors, there is an expectation from you, from your coordinator. I'm sorry to say this, and I'm sorry for the people who do not agree with this, but there are expectations. Same thing for event producers. There are expectations, okay? There is a bare minimum for each position, okay? A bare minimum requirement. In my opinion, remind you, this is just all my opinion. Don't come for me, Facebook, but I have been around, I have talked to too many people, and I have seen some stuff, okay? So we're gonna talk expectations, then from each vendor and producer. And then we're gonna talk about how to justify the cost of a market as a vendor and how to price justify as a producer, okay? And then we're gonna talk about can you afford to go to market? Because a lot of vendors taking bill money to go spend it on a market and hoping to God they make that back plus their booth fee plus a profit. Don't do that. But we're going to talk about how you can go to market without dipping into your actual bill money, your household money. And you're supposed to be, setting up an actual marketing and advertising fund within your business. Your business is supposed to be paying for this, not you, okay? When not to book a market, I'm gonna tell you when not to book a market, what to look for in the location of the market, because location matters. People keep telling me location doesn't matter. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Inside versus outside matters. Out in the country, in the boondocks versus in the city. In a neighborhood versus out there in a parking lot. It all matters. People don't think it matters. It matters. You're different crowd, different foot traffic, different marketing and advertising expectations, different, okay? Different event booth setup. It's all different. Yeah, I can't wait to get to that. Why is it important? Why is it important for an event producer to have an online presence? Because who the heck is going to sign up for your market and they don't even know what you look like? They don't know nothing about you. You just posting a flyer up on Facebook or Instagram or wherever you are, and that's it. But when somebody clicks on your profile, there's nothing there. Okay? Yeah, we're going to talk about what an event producer needs to have to solidify themselves as a event producer for vendor markets. Or it's the same thing for anything else, anybody else, but you'll be surprised, okay? Why vendors fail at market. We're going to talk about why the vendors fail at market. We're going to talk about why event producers markets fail. Because I can tell you right now, event producers markets fail because they don't coach their vendors on how to show up at their market. Each producer has their own vibe that they create within their market. Okay, especially if you've been doing this for a minute, and vendors that are regulars with you, they already know what type of vibe, what to expect from you, attitude wise, how you're gonna be at market, like how you move at market, how your markets are structured. And as an event producer, you're doing a disservice to yourself as a business if you don't coach your vendors on how to show up at your market in the locations that you are hosting, because each location is different. So you need a coach according to the location. Pricing changes for things. Like there's a lot of different things, you know? And then the reasons for markets today. The reasons for markets today, I want to talk about why people are doing markets versus today in the way that we're doing it versus what it was back in the day, and on the vendor side and on the event producer side. And then we're going to talk about reality versus expectations. And this is really, really more so for vendors, because vendors have these expectations, okay? But the reality is, the reason why they get disappointed at market is because they didn't prepare themselves for what to expect. They didn't ask nobody. Like I tell my vendors, before you guess, just ask me. Blow my phone up. Blow my phone up. Blow my email up. I don't care. Blow my social media up, because if you don't know, I'd rather you ask me than guess, okay? Because if you guess and you guess wrong, I'm going to be irritated, because I'm an open book, okay? And same thing for event producers. You guys have the craziest expectations from vendors, yet you've done zero work to make sure those expectations are met. And it's just, you have an income expectation on both sides. You have a traffic expectation from both sides, that what a vendor is expecting and what you're expecting are two different things versus what is actually about to happen, okay? So yeah, expect these. This is what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 topics, okay? And I can literally take each topic and do another 15 subtopics on this, but I'm not going to do all that. But 15 topics, I'm going to make a video, drop a video on each topic once a week, unless I go live. Usually I'm talking for 45 minutes or an hour on each topic, because I dive deep, and I want you to leave that video with a very clear understanding on how things are supposed to be done, what the expectations are, and what the standard is. Because when there's no standard in an industry, you get all types of crazy stuff. So I'm here to set the bar high for event producers, really, and for vendors. I'm setting the bar high. I have expectations, especially my seasoned vendors and especially my seasoned event producers. You guys should be excellent by this point, okay? And I'm seasoned is over a year of doing markets consistently. There is absolutely no excuse on either side, okay? So let's get this ball rolling. I'm excited. I will see you guys on Monday, and we're talking about how to prepare for vendor markets.